rotate your phone. You can't turn. Okay. What's up, guys? Jason with Venture Fitness here, and Kelly in the back over there. We're just gonna wait here for a little bit to get some people joining on. We're gonna be doing a gentle flow today, and Kelly's gonna be leading us. And if you guys have any comments or anything like that you want to see in the future after this video, this is our first time, so stick with us. We're gonna be doing some other videos throughout this week, so if you could share this and spread the word, that'd be awesome. Stay tuned, guys.
No music.
No music?
No music.
No music, guys, sorry.
If you want, you can play some music at your house. It is your house, so you get to pick whatever you want. Always in our yoga class, go for wherever you'd like to go. So it's a pretty gentle class today, but there may be some things that you feel like a little tight on, so just don't try it. If you feel a little tight, if you're living in a little bit more of an open body, go for whatever you feel the best. I'm kind of not there to see how everyone's feeling and how it's going, so really take time, be really gentle with yourself. So that being said, feel free to grab any kind of prop. So I have a nice cozy blanket. It's not a really fancy yoga blanket or anything like that, but nice and comfy, or a block would work. Other than that, we shouldn't really use too much stuff. But whatever you find at home, feel free to make it as comfy and cozy as you'd like. We'll get started.
Get some comments over there. And short shorts are required, so I can't see you, but I know that you all are wearing short shorts and you tied your hair up, so I'm going to see all the comments in a second. Fanny packs, too. Okay, fanny packs are a necessity for this. All right.
Okay, so we'll get started here. Just in a seated position, whatever feels the best for you. I don't think we'll be doing anything too crazy where we need to move the feet around or anything like that. Just some gentle stretches to start off with. But like always, we're going to start our yoga class here by finding ourselves come down into this position, finding the body and the mind start to relax, and gently closing off or lowering the eyes. Feel free, place those hands wherever you'd like. And gently tap into that breath. See how that breath feels. Just in the moment here. Notice where that breath is. Might feel a little tight right now. Might feel a little quick. And that's completely fine. Just looking to start to find that breath. Have it move through the body. Allow it to become longer and flow through the whole entire body. Wonderful. Clearing the head of anything that it may be thinking. And just completely focus on that breath. Letting it become nice and long and even. Letting everything else off the mat just slowly disappear. Wonderful. Thinking of our breath, start to find that body and the points that are connected with the mat. Feel how sturdy those points are, whether it's the glutes, the feet, maybe you're on the shins. As those points start to connect with the mat more, and you're starting to bring that attention to them, think about these points growing roots. Finding these roots gently grow from those legs, those feet, glutes, whatever it is that's anchoring us down. Think about every inhale growing stronger through the ground. Every exhale allowing the body to relax. Inhale, drawing the spine tall. And Exhale, relaxing into the ground. Still growing those roots nice and long, finding support through the earth, as it's always something that's underneath you. Especially in these chaotic times, it's nice to come back to something that is grounding, something that's familiar. The earth, the seasons, it's finally springtime, grass will be coming. Finding all those familiar things to bring you comfort. Wonderful. We'll have a breath all together. We'll do a count of 10 for an inhale and then an exhale for a count of 10 as well. Feel free, if you'd like, you can skip that breathing. Maybe there's a different breathing option you'd like. I know sometimes 10 is a little hard, but stick with it if you'd like to. So let's take one nice big inhale here. And just let it all go. Beautiful. We'll start that count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let your breath just settle. And that our breath is always something we can control. It's there to help find us a path, help calm us down, maybe helps us sleep better. There's also breathing exercises to help you get energized. So know that this is the one piece that you can control. Finding your comfort and finding that breath to help you along. Beautiful. Feel free, if you'd like, you can keep the eyes closed, or if you'd like to flutter them open, we'll start to open up those eyes if you're doing that, or keep them closed. We'll inhale, rise our hands nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, cactus arm. Exhale, curl through the spine, send the arms out in front. Inhale, rise the hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, hands rise again. Exhale, right hand places down on the ground, left hand swims over the top. Stretch here from these left fingertips all the way to that left hip. Making sure that we don't want to collapse that chest over the top of our lap. Keep this nice long line through the side of our body. Wonderful. If you'd like, you can always crawl out the hand, come down onto the elbow if that feels good for you. If you feel like it's kind of getting cramped into that right hand side, maybe a block, anything like that. Rolled up blanket, does not matter. Anything that finds you some support. Beautiful. So we'll start to take this left arm and let's send it out long in line with our left shoulder. Yeah. And we'll take that right ear, kind of melt it down to that right shoulder without hugging the shoulder to the ear. So we're just looking to stretch out through this top here from our trap, our neck, all the way. Maybe you can even feel it from your fingertips. Good. Keeping nice space in that right side of our neck. Wonderful. Inhale, rise both hands. Exhale, take it over, left hand places down, Right hand swims over the top. Same thing again, nice long line from the hip towards the fingertips. Keeping that chest nice and open. Always that option to walk out. Those fingers come down onto the elbows. If it feels tight, feel free. Bring that block into the practice. Good, we'll start to push up here. Take that right arm in line with the right shoulder, and then left ear comes down. Nice long line here from that neck, opening up through the side here. Wonderful. We'll inhale, rise hands. Exhale, right hand places back behind ourselves. Left hand comes onto that right hand, that right thigh. Inhale, draw the spine nice and tall, and exhale, enter that twist. Taking that twist however far feels the best. Maybe it's just that gaze looking towards the side, or maybe you can take it all the way back behind the shoulder. Again, take your time here. Exhale, gently untwist. Inhale, rise the hands. Exhale, left hand back behind ourselves, right hand onto that left thigh. Inhale, rise the spine. And exhale, find that twist through. A nice long spine the whole entire time, making sure we don't curl through on that twist. Beautiful. Inhale, rise the hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll kind of go through that little sequence here. One breath, one movement. We'll inhale, rise the hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, press through, curl the spine. Inhale, swim back up. Exhale, right hand down, left hand over the top. Inhale, straighten the left arm. Find that stretch of the neck. Take an exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, left hand down, right hand swims over the top. Inhale, take that right arm in line with the shoulder. Take an exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, find a twist. Left hand onto the right thigh, right hand back behind. Take a breath here. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, rise nice and tall. Exhale, we'll switch sides. Right hand onto the left thigh. Take a breath. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, start to curl that spine. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, right hand down, left hand swims over the top. Inhale, start to straighten that left arm in line with the shoulder. Good. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, left hand down, right hand swims over the top. Inhale, right arm comes in line with the right shoulder. Stretch through the neck. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, find the twist. Left hand onto right thigh. Good. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, twist the other side. Exhale, untwist. Hands rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Wonderful. We'll come into our tabletop position, stacking the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip points here, finding our cat-cows. So kind of like those little cactus arms and those curling out through the spine. We'll find our inhale, drawing the belly down, rotating the tailbone up, and start to shine the collarbones forward. Exhale, curl through the spine, plant through those fingers, really find that nice arch. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale to your cat. Beautiful. Inhale. Opening the heart. Exhale, separating the shoulder blades. Last time, inhale, find cow. Exhale to your cat. Beautiful. Inhale, find your tabletop position again. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Grip through the fingertips. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift the knees, and exhale, shift the hips up high and back. Coming into your first downward dog. So really get comfortable with finding the weight into the fingertips. A lot of times people just take those fingers nice and tight together and weight into the palms. Finding that starts to hurt those wrists after a while. So really spread those fingertips nice and wide. Grip into the ground like we're gripping into a basketball here. Feel free to pedal out your downward dog. Maybe it's rising heel, bending knee. Maybe you're doing both at the same time. Maybe you step it wide. Maybe you step it narrow. Feel free to find a little playtime here. Always that first downward dog of class. I like to have you take any kind of movements, any kind of things that feel good in your downward dog. Good. Find 2 more breaths. 1 more. Wonderful. We'll take those hands, walk them back towards the feet. Allow the head to hang nice and heavy here. A lot of times people feel a little nervous to find that bend into the knees. Feel free to find as much of a bend into the knees as you'd like. Let the chest hang out on top of the thighs. Most importantly, find that crown of the head just drawing down towards the mat. So we want to think about what we're doing with the spine in this pose. We've got that neck looking down. We have that little crunch through that neck. So looking to find comfort into that neck first. Working on that lower back, and then as we straighten the legs, we can work into the hamstrings. But most importantly, finding that lower back, finding that middle back, upper back, neck, all having space here. Feel free to move around as much as you'd like. Maybe it's walking the hands side to side. Maybe it's grabbing opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Just take a few breaths. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no. Find 1 more breath. Wonderful. We'll walk it back to our downward dog. Good. If you'd like, you can take the option to rise the right toes. Stack the right hip on top of left here, stretching through the hip. If you'd like, you can bend through that right knee. Right heel to left glute if that feels good. Just looking to open up that space through our hip. Beautiful. We'll return that foot down to the ground. And let's take a few little calf stretches here. So we'll inhale, rise high on the toes. Exhale, start to sink those heels down. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, sinking heels down. Inhale, rise high on the toes. Exhale, sink the heels down. Beautiful. Take that right foot, step it between the hands. If you have to, you can take the hands and start to align that foot up nice and tall. We'll take that left foot, wiggle it back, come down onto that left knee. So we have this nice little low lunge here. If you'd like and you want to stay a little active, we can bring those hands up nice and tall. Just making sure if we do that, we're nice and tall through the midsection. We're not kind of piling in, opening up the knee at all. So whatever you'd like. Maybe it's the stretch here, keeping active. Maybe we like that stretch down here. Maybe we've got that little block here to bring that floor a little bit closer. Whatever it may be. We can also take those hands, interlace them on the thigh. Finding some breath, sending it through this left hip, really opening it up, feeling that stretch, maybe even to the top of the thigh. Good, find 2 more breaths. 1 more here. Beautiful. Exhale. We'll place those hands down on the ground. We'll start to send this right hip back, stacking the left hip over that left knee. We'll point the right toes up. So oftentimes when we come into this pose, sometimes people like to sink all the way down, bring that left glute down to that left heel. We're starting to lose that stretch. We want to think about this stretch, finding it all the way through the calf, through the hamstring. So keeping nice and lifted, thinking about hinging at the hips. So this is just like any forward fold. We're finding that hinge. We're bringing the chest and stomach down to the thigh, leading with the heart, making sure that we don't lead with the nose. A lot of times people like to say knee to nose, but then you start to crunch through. So keeping your body nice and long here in the top, and also nice and long here in the bottom as well. Find that fold. Maybe you're super, super tall. I know this one's hard for people because hamstrings are always super duper tight. Bring that block, whatever it may be, to help find that floor a little bit closer. Maybe with time, as we work with our breath, find the inhale, drawing the spine nice and long, the exhale hinging at those hips. Maybe after a while, we can start to melt that nose a little bit closer to the leg. But always take your time. Even if you're super, super high up, if you feel the stretch, that's beautiful. Nice long breaths here. Still finding those calming breaths. If you notice anything popping up through your head, just let it vanish. Just think, if you have those running thoughts all the time, think about the breath. Think about where it's entering. Think about sending it nice and long through the body. And the exhale's releasing any tension, any stress. Good. Find 2 more breaths. Last one here. Wonderful. We'll inhale, walk those hands back up to meet that right foot. Tuck the left toes under here, lift that left knee, slowly take it back to your downward dog. Feel free, maybe pedal it out. One leg will hopefully feel a little bit different from the other. Finding a nice little stretch on it. Good. Take a breath. Beautiful. If you did it last time and you'd like to, we'll inhale, draw the left foot nice and tall. Stack the left hip on top of right. An option to bend through that knee. Opening up through this left hip here. Beautiful. Inhale, point the toes. And exhale, lower the left toes. Take a breath. Good. Inhale. Step that left foot between the hands. Wiggle back that right foot. And come down onto that right knee. Coming back into our lunge here. So same options if you want to stay nice and tall. Still keep nice and active into the core here. If we're nice and down low, still keeping active in the core, not really kind of dumping into that right hip at all. Finding the hips, almost wanting to stay square, stretching them forward. So difference from turning and difference from stretching forward. Always that option, hands can interlace onto that thigh. Taking nice long breaths. So again, we're finding that breath nice and long. Exhale, almost focus on this hip here, on that right hip. Nice and long inhales through the body. And then settling through the hip. Good, find 2 more breaths. One more here. Beautiful. Exhale, rain the hands down. We'll start to stack that left hip back, right hip on top of right knee, and then point the left toes up. Again, same thing, not squishing through, coming all the way down, keeping that body nice and long from torso here, leg here, and then finding the exhales where we hinge. You may notice one side will feel different from the other. That's completely fine. Sometimes we just have one side a little bit tighter than the other. One side's a little bit looser than the other, no big deal. Still thinking about leading with the heart, keeping it nice and straight, not curling through the body. And always using that breath. Almost seeing if you can find that breath helping you move as you find those inhales and the exhales, almost moving a little bit closer, even if it's a small little centimeter at a time. Maybe you're not even moving and you're just using that mind's eye to focus on that move. That is completely fine. So always, we need to think about something before we can start doing it. Same thing in yoga. Thinking about where we'd like to go. And then starting to apply the breath. Starting to work with the body to find our way there. Beautiful, find 2 more. 1 more here. Good, inhale, we'll crawl our way back up. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, slowly shift that left leg back. Take a nice little walk out, wiggle out, whatever it may be. Find 1 more breath. Inhale, rise high on the toes. Bend the knees all the way down to the ground. And we'll take ourselves back, flicking those feet off to the side. Good, we'll head into our wide leg forward fold. So finding whatever position feels the best for you. Sometimes people like to take the width of their mat, helps pad their heels a little bit. Feel free, find that. If you have a blanket, always a really good option if you have that really big pressure onto the heels, or even if the blanket you'd like to use underneath your hips, or even a block. So you can place that block underneath you. It helps just find a little bit more distance here into the hips and finds that little extra tilt that will get you started. So a lot of times people kind of feel stuck here and this is as far as they can go. That block will usually help find that extra little tilt in your hips so you can start to travel that way. So we have some options here if you'd like. A little bit more of an intense option is taking, we'll move over to the right first, but we'll take that left leg up. Our right hand would grab the left leg, and then our left hand would swim over the top and grab those right toes. So looking in this pose, we want to make sure that we don't collapse our chest down to the ground. So we are not looking down at all. We want to keep it nice and up like Jason has it. If that's not in your practice today, that's completely fine. That's just kind of a fun little funky option. We'll take, though, if you're not doing that pose, we'll take the right hand to the inside of the right leg and then swim that left arm over the top. So a lot of the times, this is where I'd like to stop. If you can go further, grab the foot, go for it. If you're a little bit higher up, that's completely fine, as long as you feel that stretch. So it's kind of like how we started when we were seated. We have that stretch from that hip all the way to the fingertips. If you'd like, I've been usually taking mine pretty chill, and I just rest that left arm on top of my head. I don't really get too much through the forearm, but I'm still finding it through the whole arm, top of the arm here, chest, hips, all that business. So take it as comfy as you'd like. Find that block, blanket if you're not using one to sit on, whatever it is. As you move through the pose, you might notice you're able to go a little bit further down each time, and you may change the way it looks after a while, just as long as the change isn't chest down towards the mat. Good, find 2 more breaths. And last one. Good, inhale. Come back up nice and tall. We'll do that same thing over onto the left-hand side. So if you liked that foot, that right foot would come in, left arm to grab, right hand to swim over the top. Or we'll all take it with that left arm to the inside and right arm to swim over the top. Same thing, noticing if one side's different from the other. Completely fine, but we're still going to treat them the same way and opening up the heart, opening up the chest, finding that stretch. Good, nice long inhale. Send it all the way through the side of the body. Exhale's relaxing through the hip. And 2 more. Last breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. We'll take those legs to the front of our mat. Let's find one little other forward fold here. So we'll find our diamond legs here. Feet come together, and then find them scooting in whatever's the most comfortable point to you. That may be different for a lot of us, and that's fine. We'll start to bloom the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. That helps draw those knees down. Hands are going to be wrapped around the ankles here, and elbows, if you'd like a little extra, we'll place those elbows into the thighs. Think about nice long spine, rooting down through the earth. Think about drawing up energy. Inhaling nice and tall. And then exhale, just find your forward fold here. Whatever feels good. Maybe you stop up here, that's completely fine. Maybe you're able to walk it out like Jason, that is awesome as well. Good, nice long breaths. And gentle, relaxing exhales. Good, find one more here. Beautiful. Inhale, roll ourselves back up. So I've been liking this one a lot lately. We'll take those feet a little bit further out in front of us. So our square becomes a little bit more of a square now. It's actually a shape instead of that really squished little shape. We'll take ourselves and just gently droop ourselves over. So here's the time where we're allowed to have that little curl through the spine, right? We're thinking about almost separating through each little vertebrae here, finding the space. So we're not staying long and straight and sturdy. Finding that relaxing, curling through. Maybe you can even bring that head towards the feet. Whatever feels the best. Again, stopping wherever you'd like. We always have props, blankets, anything like that. If you'd like to rest something on top of it. Just looking to draw space through each vertebrae. Think about that inhale, finding space. Almost that breath is weaving through each little vertebrae here, opening up space. And then every exhale, we're kind of releasing into those hips, finding ourselves able to find a little bit more of a bend, more of a release into that spine. Find 2 more breaths. One more here. Good. Inhale, gently peel yourself up. Good. We'll take those knees. We'll bring them in together. Let's wrap those arms around the legs. If you'd like, you can stay here. If you'd like to pop up the feet and just kind of hang out on the sit bones, feel free to. So we'll take that forehead and just drop down to the knees. So again, we can be here even. It's almost like that last pose that we had, finding that little bit of curl. But just looking to give ourselves a nice little hug. Finding time for yourself to stretch the body, move with the breath, focus on the breath, relax the mind. They're all very, very important. We'll release down to the earth. And let's take those legs long. We'll roll back onto our back here. We'll take those knees into our chest. And if you'd like, you can rock side to side, massaging the lower back. Or maybe you want a little extra. You can place the hands on the knees and take those knees out into circles, drawing them back in. And if you're doing those circles with the knees, drawing them the other direction back in. Good, find a few more movements. Wonderful, and like any yoga class here, we'll take a quick little savasana. We'll start by lengthening the legs nice and long towards the corners of our mat. Let the feet hang out and heavy. Allowing the hands to be placed down. If that feels good to be connected with that earth again, find that familiar. Or maybe those hands are on just the heart. Maybe one's on the stomach. Feel your heartbeat and your breath. Take the shoulders and relax them into the earth. And start to bring that chin about an inch closer to the chest, finding space in the back of the neck. Just completely relaxing and letting go. Letting go of anything that may be wandering around in that head. Anything that's wandering around in the body. Gently release it. Every inhale, maybe you have a little thought, any kind of happiness, anything that brings you a little spark of joy or a little smile to your face. Everything else, just let it go. Wonderful, and bring the knees into the chest. Roll over onto the right hand side. Come into your fetal position here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a seated position. Keep the eyes lowered or closed. Letting those hands just place on your lap. Again, coming back to our roots. Finding that familiar Mother Earth below you. Knowing that that same earth that supports you is here supporting everyone else as well. As we have those roots dug into the ground, at any point in your day that you find yourself needing a little extra help, think about those roots. Think about that earth below you. And ask it for something. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's just calmness. Just finding that little piece of something. Asking for love and light. And whatever we ask for, we also give back our own little piece. With the calm that the earth gives to you, you give the earth back your own calm. Wonderful, we'll bring those hands into heart space. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, welcoming into the home here, having this little yoga practice with me and Jason, and hopefully your family at home as well. As always, take care of yourself, find little comforts throughout the day, and enjoy these small little times that we have with our family. The light in me honors and acknowledges the beautiful, unique light in every one of you. Namaste.
All right, guys, so that was our yoga. That was our gentle flow. If you are looking for more exercise and stuff like that, let us know in the comments below. I will be also posting another workout video for today. I like to, usually when I do that, I usually edit so you guys have the words down there below so you can follow along. If you want something else, just let me know too. We can do, I'm going to probably do a jiu-jitsu live video as well. So if anybody wants to see that, Let me know what you want to see, whether it's any kind of striking, jiu-jitsu, doesn't matter. Just go ahead and put it down in the comments. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.